Hey everyone, and welcome back to How to Spend It. Today we are going to be talking about the top 10 countries that do not have taxes. You won't believe number 1. But before we get on to that, go ahead and like and subscribe if you haven't already. It helps us out a lot and lets us know that we are helping to enrich lives out there. And without any further ado, let's get on to the video. Number 10. The Bahamas. Let's start this video off with a nice, warm location. This country is one of the most popular locations to get some sun, so it's no wonder they don't need taxes to make a profit and handle the day-to-day operations. If you're looking to get a temporary residence permit, you can fork over the cash at the immigration office, and it is renewable every year for $1,000 US. To be a resident and not worry about taxes, you do need to make sure that you have the money to support it. They like the idea of having their residents invest. And if you want to be there long-term, a minimum of $250,000 in property ownership will help. Number 9. The British Virgin Islands. Next up on our list is another Caribbean location, if we travel east of the Dominican Republic. The British Virgin Islands is nestled amongst the different islands, enjoying the clear blue waters and warm sand. It is often recognized for the fund management industries, but many entrepreneurs have set up shop and home here to legally avoid high taxes. If you're looking to follow suit and get a residency permit, you best have those bank statements showing finance and personal wealth, as well as a $1,000 surety bond. Have all that in place and you can enjoy all the islands have to offer. Think that's interesting? Wait until number 6. Number 8. Brunei. You better have a thick skin for this next location. For those not born within the country, you may find that it has a cold, gray feel about it, as they're not very friendly towards foreigners. There are some who view the government as heavy-handed and dictatorial-like, seeing as you need the approval of the Sultan to gain permanent residence or citizenship. You could, however, skip this location on a bucket list and head on to number 7. Number 7. The Cayman Islands. Do you like sand beneath your toes and have some spare change lying around for investments? The Cayman Islands is another beach location that calls to the snowbirds to hide from the cold weather of the north. If you're able to have an annual income of $145,000 US and can invest in either real estate or local companies to help with the growth of the country, then pack those shades and head on down. You must know though that it can take up to 8 years before gaining permanent residence. So the more you invest, the easier it will be to gain permanency. Number 6. Monaco. No need to find yourself a prince like Grace Kelly did to enjoy the zero income tax of Monaco. This country can be considered the elite playground for the European high class. It is here that you get to enjoy the views of the French Riviera and not worry about income tax, as it is one of the easier countries that offer as being tax-free to become a resident. You will need to spend several $1 million to prove you have the wealth, since it is so popular with the elite. The reason this country embraces the no income tax is due to the allure it has for the high income earners as a gateway from their busy day-to-day life. But if you really want to feel like royalty, check out number 3. Number 5. Oman. Holy macaroni, we are halfway through the list already. As we move on to the number 5 spot, we move towards the Middle East and enjoy the entrepreneurial nation of Oman. The reason that this amazing country has no need for income tax is the gas and oil industry that has built up over time. The country doesn't just stick to oil and gas for their income, but is open to new ideas and tries to offer diversity in their economy. If you're interested in becoming a resident and embracing the no income tax, you may need to have family or a job in the country to easily gain access, since the country isn't in dire need of tourist earnings. Those of us who enjoy our wine may be in for a shock, as the country is very conservative, and to purchase a bottle, we need a personal liquor license from the local police station. Let's move on, as there may be a few more locations that are more to your liking. Number 4. Turks and Caicos. Do you like to invest and see local companies expand? Then the 4th location on our list is right up your alley, as they have an economic residency program for foreigners. You will need to spend a minimum of $300,000 on a new home or a distressed property that is getting a well-deserved facelift in order to gain the permit. Another option is by investing at least $750,000 in a company that is in majority owned by locals. Choose either of these two options and you will get to enjoy the zero income tax. Number 3. The United Arab Emirates. We have reached the top 3, and it is not surprising to see this country amongst our 10. Similar to Oman, a lot of money of the exports come from the oil reserves, which allows the idea of zero income taxes. The government encourages the idea of foreign investment, and while it is fairly conservative, the UAE is more tolerant of the different cultures out there than some of the neighboring countries. In order to bring in more investors, the government has recently started to offer 10-year resident visas, as permanent residence is not available for foreign investors. Our number 3 spot is an international hub and has the appeal for trade and finance, while offering high livable standards of safety and development. Number 2. Vanuatu. Similar to some of our beach locations on the list, Vanuatu relies on those who come on by vacation to fund the government. If you come on through to enjoy the sights and culture with the interest of gaining a second passport, this no-tax country allows you to do so quickly and easily, and doesn't require you to rob a bank to pay for it. Interest in becoming a citizen was reintroduced by the government back in 2015 to rebuild what was lost to a cyclone that caused devastation. Not only do you not need to spend an arm and a leg like some of the Caribbean countries for the Citizenship Investment Program, but you also get to see different sights as you travel to get to Vanuatu, such as Kuala Lumpur when arranging your flights and travel. Can you guess what our number 1 on the list is? Drum roll, please. Number 1. Bermuda. We have bookend B locations with this list, as we began with Bahamas and are ending with Bermuda. While our number 2 on the list is relatively cheap to reside there, Bermuda is a whole different story. Due to its isolated location, it is considered one of the most expensive spots in the Western world to live. We are talking about $10 to $15 for a gallon of milk, and a modest apartment running as high as $2,000 a month for rent. We are able to enjoy the luxuries of Bermuda, as it has developed more than some of the other Caribbean locations, with decent roads and public transportation. Living with no income tax does offer pink sand beaches and scenic views to enjoy, as long as you have the money on hand. Well guys, that's it for this video. Click the links above to check out some of our other videos. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content just like this. We have many great videos coming up, so see you guys in the next one.